Hey guys, Happy New Year's! Today we're going to be talking about University College. One experience that I recently had that's very different from high school is exams. And what do I mean by exams? Specifically, the type of exam. I had my very first open book final exam. Not gonna lie, it stressed me out like a little bit. So hopefully, if this is going to be your first time doing an open book exam, you're watching this video, hopefully it will be somewhat helpful. Hopefully I will be able to enlighten you through my experience and journey in the exam. So yeah, let's roll back to the moments when I actually was told that we're gonna have an open book exam. Here will go up, and if you do not apply, you will see it go down. So make sure you do check up with these areas, or else you will definitely end up in this area in life. Okay, so alright guys, class is over. Make sure you guys do read pages 1 to 1000 for next week. Whoa, wait. I have something else to say. It's about the final exam. Okay guys, so about the final exam, I've decided that it's going to be an open book exam. It's open book. It's open book. Gym? Yeah, it's going to be online. So when I first found out that I was going to have an open book exam, my guts were going wild. Like, you have no idea. Because, like, as great as that sounds, doesn't that sound very suspicious? Like, come on. What kind of tests are that easy? Especially in university. I just knew that it was not going to be that simple. And spoilers, I was right. So these kind of tests is just one of those things that you never do in the open public school system, which is cool and all, but you just need to know how to approach it. And I asked my best friend, Google. And there are a ton of research, university websites, blogs, as well as Reddit, subreddits, that give some good suggestions. So I recommend you to go check those out. Disclaimer, this by all means is not an exhaustive step or list. It's just my way of approaching this at that time, which was a couple months ago. And they were also tailored towards my class, and I believe that's very important for you because you could be in science or computer science or, I don't know, my class, right? And that had a difference in how I want to approach. The organization and the ideas are there though, so just take it with a grain of salt because not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed that this way will work with yours. All right, so first thing is that I had to realize that this test was not easy, and it's not that simple. It could be for some, but most of the time probably it's not to some degree. There's various factors that are involved, such as time pressure, because mine had a 3-hour limit, as well as the type of questions being asked. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty stuff. I opened up all my lectures into one program, and all my notes into another, and what I did is I made a mega big note thing that combined every single notes that I took on that class throughout the weeks and put it onto a giant document. Now, if you're writing this, then you'll probably have to find another way to do this, but for me, it was an online test, so in the sense that I could technically, it was a lot more faster for me to just have it electronically ready. So I had a compiled list of notes of different weeks. The second thing I did is also have a plan. So I created a document, and I opened up Google Docs, and I created a document, and I listed out the things that I needed to go over, whether it be the type of readings or the type of weeks that I probably was like 400 weeks ago, so probably better to go review that. So these certain things, I made sure I brainstormed the steps in two sections essentially. One is the preparation, so what are the things I need to do for preparing for the test, and then I needed a little small list to prepare for the actual open book test, whether like what are the things that you need to be ready for before you click the start button, because the timer starts right away once you begin, so there's no turning back. So the next thing I needed to do was to organize my notes. What I did is, because my lectures were in weeks, I organized by the topic and the week and bolded and headlined, and in Google Docs you can do that. And for this, the case of this is like it allowed me to be able to skip right to the topic instead of scrolling down 50 pages, because once you compile a lot of notes, it ends up being a really long sheet of paper. You don't know where the certain things are. For my class specifically, I had to know the people that were involved with certain things, as well as topic and definitions itself, so we needed to know what's involved as well as certain dates. So in that case, what I had to do is I created two documents after that. I created a people's document and a definitions document. In the people's document, I listed the date that they were kind of involved, important dates, as well as the certain things that they were associated with, and any significant things that I also need to add. In the definitions, I had an internet definition, my own definition, and a lecture definition. I also created a summary document. This included reading summaries. I found that really helpful, although I kind of did read the stuff. It wasn't that much, so I had a really good idea of what the readings are. Alright, so all of that was just preparing and slightly reviewing for the actual studying. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. But it's very simple in terms of the studying aspect. For me, what I did is I literally looked at it 2 or 3 times, the actual notes in depth, so I'm not skimming. I'm actually reading and pondering about it, whether that be just like regurgitating it through just speaking out loud. And I did that 2 or 3 times. Now I had a lot of time before the actual test, so I did this over a span of a couple days. But if you're cramming, I highly suggest you don't cram. But if you are, I wish you the best, because do what you can, and if you can cover as much as you can, it's better to know well on something than not knowing anything but know the general idea. I mean, just take your potion, like whatever will think you'll do best on. Again, this is all under your discretion because I really don't know the specific class that you're taking and the content, but structure it and set yourself up for success. If I was to make a key takeaways, key summary of this, all this is that don't cram, believe it's not simple, and you can succeed. It's various things that makes it hard, but if at the very worst, approach this as you would for a normal test that you would never have a book open for. Now, this is my first open book exam. I do not know the various different types of open books that may exist out there. My personal feelings for this was that it was pretty okay. I rather enjoyed it. I got an A- in this class, which is great. I guess I did well. So I guess it worked. I mean, what I do know is that if I thought that this was going to be easy, then there was definitely not gonna be any lemons to squeeze at the end of this. So it was better to prepare myself for this, even though I didn't know what to expect, and it really helped to just kind of do a quick Google search of what are people saying about this, because we're not the first people to venture out into this wilderness of university, right? With 2020 rolling in, I'll be aiming for uploading weekly and more if I can. Expect this adorable penguin over there to show up on your feed Sundays, and if you're not getting into the feed, make sure you do subscribe. Be sure to follow me at _JimLu, my Instagram account, and that will allow you to directly contact me for anything, suggestions, ideas, whatever you want. Let me know, guys, of what you want to see in the future down in the comments, and thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one.